One of the questions I get all the time in my leadership seminar is, Coach MichaelLin, teach me how to coach my employees. That is one skill I would like to learn. Well, in this video and also the next few videos, I will be coaching you on how to coach your employees. All right, let me start by telling you a story of a rather successful coaching session. So this happened actually in one of my seminars. And this particular student, her name is Teresa, that's her first name. And she came to the seminar, and her whole attitude is, I'm a brand new manager, and I have all these problems managing my employees, and here's the whole situation, and somebody help me, please. I need help. I'm in so much pain. Somebody help me, please. So being a coach, I listen. Okay, every time she talked, I just sit back, relax, listen, pay attention, and sip my coffee slowly, save my voice, and use the coffee to soothe my throat, and then listen. If you are going to be conducting a coaching session, let's say if you're going to spend 1 hour doing a one-on-one coaching session with one of the employees, you need to spend at least the first 20 minutes, if not the first 30 minutes, just listen. There are so many benefits to doing this. Benefit number one, right? When they are in trouble, when they are frustrated, when they need help, they are full of steam on the inside. They need to blow off some steam. Until they blow off their steam, there's no room on the inside to take in any new information, new helpful information, new advice, because they're in too much anger, too much rage, too much frustration. So the steam needs to come out, and you need to let them talk and blow off the steam. Number two, you don't know what is the belief that's holding them back. There is something deep down in the basement of their thinking, in the basement of their heads, okay? Deep down buried in the skull, that is a belief that they have been given, they've been holding on to for a long time, maybe decades. Maybe this is some thought that was given to them when they were a little kid. And it was helpful at the time, but it's no longer helpful 20, 30, 40 years down the road. Now they're working as a professional. So you want to find out what that belief is. And that's why you need to listen, okay? And the third benefit to you listening is this, is people will not want to accept any ideas or suggestions that you gave them if somehow you made them feel, either accidentally or intentionally, but you made them feel that, number one, you don't understand their pain and their suffering. Number one. Number two, you don't care to understand their pain and their suffering. If you intentionally or accidentally make them feel like that, they will not want to hear anything you have to say, even though what you have to say might be extremely helpful, might be the actual answer that they needed to hear. But if you made them feel that you don't understand their pain and you don't care to understand their pain, they will not want to hear what you have to say. However, okay, if you either intentionally or unintentionally made them feel that you understand their pain and their suffering and their frustration, they would automatically assume you have the solution to solve their problems. Hey, human nature is the way it is, okay? And you don't have to like it, but you do have to accept reality. You just have to accept reality. Reality is the way it is. You don't have to like gravity, but you have to accept gravity exists, all right? So this is why you need to listen. You need to make them feel that you understand their feeling and their frustration. And well, if you let's say if you still have not quit your nasty habit of watching TV, all right, next time you come upon a TV infomercial, or thinking back at the TV infomercials that you watched in the past, they all start with how they understand your pain. Okay, let's say if they're trying to sell you a vacuum cleaner, a knife, or whatever, they will go, don't you hate it? Your vacuum cleaner is not powerful enough. If they want to sell you a set of knives, they start with, don't you hate it? Your knife blades are so dull, they can't even cut bread. If they want to sell you a set of expensive mattress, they always want to start with, don't you hate it? You toss and turn because your mattress is too firm, too soft, too warm, too cold, too this, too that. They always start with how they understand your pain and your suffering, all right? So this is why when I do coaching, and I let them talk first. So this lady, Teresa, so I let her talk. So she talk and talk and talk. And not only do I let her talk, and I also ask key questions at key points, just to figure out what's going on, just to help me to understand her situation better. Okay, so her situation is she has been promoted. She was a social worker for the longest time, and then she got promoted into managing a nursing home. Essentially, retired folks come here to live, and then there are nurses, there are cooks, there are shuttle van drivers, there are caretakers, and so on and so forth. And she's been promoted into managing this place with some dozens of employees, and she's been here for 6 months, and she's trying so hard, trying to succeed as the leader of the pack, yet she's not succeeding. Okay, and part of her, she wants to succeed. Part of her is thinking maybe you're not cut out for this, and she's working 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, trying to succeed doing her job as the leader, and she's not succeeding, and she's frustrated. She's actually embarrassed and feeling a bit of ashamed. And then part of her says, you need to succeed, and part of her says maybe I should quit, and she has also been crying. So finally her boss sent her into my seminar room. So here she was in my seminar room telling everyone in the room her entire situation, and her whole attitude is, somebody help me, please. So we listen and listen and listen. And then to give you a long story short, all right, basically I found out, due to her, her upbringing and the way she was brought up, her ethic values and her moral values, in her head and in her heart, she equates work with just doing the actual manual labor. Okay, and then because now she is getting paid with a higher salary, so she thinks it's only fair if she contributes more. Because her belief is work is just doing the actual manual labor, so she's out there killing herself, trying to outdo manual labor and doing the jobs that her employees are supposed to be doing. When employees don't do their jobs, say for example when nurses don't do their job 100%, when the government inspector come inspect their facilities and find certain irregularities and punish them by writing them a ticket, she would just use the profit from the company to pay for that ticket. Ever since she came to power, no employee has been put into her office for a conversation, be it great job, keep it up, congratulations, or there's some room for improvement, and none of that. Okay, she's out there doing the nurses' jobs, and she's out there doing the cooks' jobs. She's out there doing the shuttle van drivers' jobs. So I ask her, man, what? I use my face, like, and she says, oh, they're busy, and I use my face, ask her, and then this is a very long conversation, but I'm giving you the condensed version. And then she came out and she said, I just want to spoil everyone. And then she went on to say, when my grandchild was born, I just wanted to spoil the baby, but my son-in-law, he wouldn't allow me. At this point, I had a Freudian slip of a tongue. I called her Mother Teresa, and she laughed. And then she says, actually, that is my nickname back at work. And then she went on to say, actually, that is my nickname back at home. And she went on to say, actually, that is my nickname back in her neighborhood, her town, her so-called friends. Now, here's the funny thing. If you are going to be the leader, being called Mother Teresa is not a good nickname to have. Right? That is not a good nickname to have. So it's my job to coach her, to get her out of that unhelpful thinking, so she can stop doing the unhelpful things and start doing things that's more helpful and more productive. So below is a condensed version of what I explained to her after finding out what's holding her back. So I explained to her, I said, Mother Teresa, you're now being paid with a different kind of salary to do a different kind of job. Notice how I purposely used the word different kind. I did not say higher salary. Why did I do that? I did that to get her mind, but more importantly, her heart, to get her mind and her heart away from the higher salary guilt, because this lady is packed full of guilt, the guilt about higher salary. Okay, and then the second thing I explained to her is, in your new position, in your new profession, you are no longer an expert doing the actual job. You are now an organizer, organizing an environment, providing an environment, organizing other experts so they can do their jobs. Without you doing the organizing, the entire team will fall apart. So as far as doing the actual manual labor is concerned, that is no longer your profession. You are now being tasked to do a different kind of job, which is much more important, much more valuable, much more critical for the functioning of the team, for the functioning of the entire business. Well, she's a little old lady, 55 years old, okay? And this happened in Texas. So just imagine everyone's favorite grandmother, okay? So with her, I had to be very, very gentle because she is very, very fragile, right? So that took me a long time, but finally, she finally got it. Right? When she got it, she said, "Oh, Michael, thank you. I got it. And you solved my problem. Thank you. Now I just want to cry." And we could all tell she walked in hunched over like this. But then after I solved her problem, she was sitting up straight and standing up straight and walking straight. Right? That was a good day. That was a very effective coaching. All right. In the next few videos, I will be giving you maybe one more story of a successful coaching session, just to illustrate how to conduct a coaching session. And then I think I'm going to make a video about the secret formula that I use to coach people, to help people to grow, to solve their problems. And if you need coaching, all right, just send me an email. Don't hesitate to send me an email if you need coaching. I love helping people, and no problem is too embarrassing. Okay. Now, there's a Chinese proverb that's made up by this particular Chinese guy, myself. And the proverb goes like this: there's no such thing as a stupid question. The only thing that is stupid is you had a question and you didn't ask. And you went on for 20 years not knowing the answer and suffering all the pain from not knowing the answer to that question. If you asked, you would have got the answer. And then instead of that issue being a handicap, it's going to become a tool to help you to excel, to catapult your life, your career, your business, your life, your family to the next higher level up. All right. So do not hesitate if you have any questions you want to ask me. And don't forget to subscribe and also hit the like button. And also share this video and all of my videos with your family, your good friends, your good colleagues, and anyone who are also into learning. They are growing together with you, learning together with you, struggling together with you, fighting the trenches together with you. Let's face it. Do you think your life will get easier if you're the only person learning and nobody around you is also learning? No. Your life will just get harder and harder if you are the only person learning and nobody around you is also learning. They don't understand your latest thinking, so they cannot comprehend what you're thinking, what you're doing. And they end up unintentionally sabotaging your efforts and your learning, and they try to drag you down. So make sure you share these videos with all your family, your friends, your good colleagues, and people you're fighting together in the trenches, people who are also growing with you. And make sure all of you guys hit the notification button. This way, every time I release a brand new coaching video, you guys will get notified right away, and you'll be the first batch to start learning and get ahead of the competition. All right, until next time, keep on learning. Coach Michael Lin signing out.